Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Pasir Ris-Changi GRC Rally 2025! Good evening, Pasir Ris-Changi. A very warm welcome to every single one of you here with us today. And also a big hello to our friends and families watching us live online. I'm Tish, and I stand here with two friends, Daniel and Eugene. Together we represent the beauty, harmony of our GRC, Pasir Ris and Changi, two hearts beating as one. இன்று நம்முடைய ஒற்றுமையை கொண்டாடுவோம், நம்முடைய எதிர்காலத்தை உருவாக்குவோம். Friends, in Pasir Ris and Changi, unity is not just a word, it's our way of life. Unity is what builds playgrounds, our schools, our homes, and unity is what will take us boldly into tomorrow. இன்று நம் நம்பிக்கையை பிரச்சாரம் செய்கிறோம், எதிர்காலத்தை கட்டுகிறோம். And tonight we rally together for our homes, for our families, for Pasir Ris-Changi.
Thank you, Tish. Salam sejahtera tuan-tuan puan-puan. Nama saya Daniel. Malam ni kami bersini bukan hanya untuk berkempen, tetapi untuk bersatu sebagai rakyat Singapura. Tonight we are not just here for a campaign, but to unite together as Singaporeans. Pasir Ris dan Changi bukan sahaja dua kawasan. Kita ibarat adik-beradik dalam satu komuniti yang erat. Pasir Ris dan Changi are not just two towns apart. We are like brother and sister, one community. While infrastructure has changed and upgraded under the PAP, the kampung spirit of Pasir Ris-Changi from the past hasn't changed. Di bawah kepimpinan PAP, walaupun infrastruktur dan tanah kita telah berubah, semangat kampung Pasir Ris-Changi yang lama tetap tidak berubah. Kita akan sentiasa bersatu, tidak kira apa-apa pun. Together, we will stand united through thick or thin. Pasir Ris-Changi, satu hati, satu suara.
That's right, Daniel. நம் பல்வேறு பாதைகளில் இருந்து வந்திருக்கலாம், ஆனால் நம்முடைய இலக்கு ஒன்றுதான், ஒரு வலிமையான ஒன்றுபட்ட சமூகத்தை உருவாக்குவதற்கு. பிறகு Pasir Ris-Changi GRC மிகவும் வேகமான வளர்ச்சி பாதையில் பயணிக்கிறது. நம்முடைய சமூக வசதிகள், கல்வி வாய்ப்புகள் மற்றும் குடியிருப்பு மேம்பாட்டு அனைத்தும் தொடர்ந்து முன்னேற்றி வருகிறது. Pasir Ris-Changi மக்கள் ஒன்றிணைந்து ஒற்றுமையோடு இப்போது முன்னேற்றப்படுத்தி வைத்திருக்கிறார்கள். And we are very blessed to have the People's Action Party walking this journey with us with integrity, dedication, and heart.
That's absolutely right, Tish. 大家晚上好，你们好吗？谢谢大家，我叫 Eugene。那巴西利张营是我们的家园，那我们的未来取决于我们在这次大选的选择。Pasir Ris-Changi, our homes. Our future depends on the choices that we are going to make at the coming elections. 20多年来呢，我们人民行动党一直勤于服务巴西利民众，我们也亲眼目睹了他们为我们做的种种美好的居住环境的进步还有改善。我们在这次的大会中会听到很多不同的故事。来了解他们如何在我们的生活中给我们带来很多很多的引导还有支持。The People's Action Party has been servicing residents here in Pasir Ris for the last 20 over years. We have witnessed how they have been relentless in their hard work to better our living conditions and standards, as well as help residents solve all challenges, regardless of whether they are complex or mundane in nature. Let's continue to believe in, to entrust PAP in leading us towards a brighter future. 巴西利和张仪选民们，我们团结一致，投下我们最明智的一票，做出对我们小家、大家和国家最好的唯一选择。
Thank you for the introduction, Eugene. Now, without further ado, it is my great pleasure to invite the dear friend from Changi to kick off the local speaker segment. Let's put our hands together for Chris Gu!
my fellow friends and residents of Pasir Ris-Changi, good evening. My name is Chris, a proud resident of Changi. In recent times, I had the joy of making new friends in Pasir Ris and getting to know our refreshed PAP team even better. Minister Indrani, Mr. Desmond Tan, Mr. Sharil Taha, and Miss Valerie Lee. I'm a father of 3 children. 2 are currently studying in primary school in Pasir Ris, and my older son has graduated. My fellow speaker, Adeline, lives in Changi and works in Pasir Ris. Another speaker, Daniel, he spent his childhood in Changi and has since moved to Pasir Ris. Through many recent conversations with residents, I met many who have moved between Pasir Ris and Changi. This truly shows how deeply connected our 2 towns are. The bond between Pasir Ris and Changi is strong and lasting. We share more than just roads and space. We share values, dreams, and a deep spirit of community. This social fabric is our strength. Together, we can make it even stronger as we build a better tomorrow as one Pasir Ris-Changi. Now, let me share a quote that is close to my heart by Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motors. He said, "Coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success." Today, we are at the important stage of coming together as residents, as neighbors, and alongside our refreshed PAP team. But coming together is just the beginning. It is up to each of us to stay united, to care for one another, and to work hand in hand towards the bright future we all share. I hope all of us in Pasir Ris-Changi will come together with our PAP team to listen, to act, and to care for one another. Together, we can make sure that no one, no matter their background, is left behind. I have unshakable confidence in the leadership of our PAP team. With a united and caring community standing alongside them, I believe we can secure a future filled with hope. Hope for ourselves, hope for our parents who have paved the way, and hope for our children who will carry Singapore forward. But let's be clear, this doesn't happen by chance. It takes all of us working together, standing shoulder to shoulder with the trusted leadership of our PAP team. Tonight, I call on you, stand up with PAP. Let's defend the peace we fought hard to build. Let's grow an even stronger, more caring Pasir Ris-Changi community. And together, let's march forward with courage, with unity, and with hope into the future. Majulah PAP!
Thank you, Chris. Next up, this speaker is no stranger. Please give it up for Uza Daniel.
Testing. Salam sejahtera puan-puan, tuan-tuan dan semua sahabat saya. Apa khabar? Good evening, my friends and residents of Pasir Ris and Changi. My name is Daniel. I'm the MC for today, and today I stand here proud as the true son and anak of Pasir Ris-Changi. From 2016 to 2019, I lived around Loyang Rise, a small kampung within Changi. I still remember the many neighborly invites and greetings, even by Dr. Maliki himself, during one Hari Raya visit. And even back then, Pasir Ris and Changi felt like brother and sister, macam adik-beradik. And as fate will have it, we are now one GRC, one family, satu GRC, satu keluarga. In 2019, I moved to Pasir Ris with just my mom to take care of my late grandparents. It wasn't easy, just the two of us, but through PAP's appeal, we managed to get a helper during the toughest COVID restrictions. And from the moment we moved in, we were met with kindness and support from our neighbors. I'll never forget one day my late grandma collapsed. Our Chinese neighbor didn't even hesitate. He rushed in, dia masuk dengan keberanian and stayed by her side until the ambulance came. Now that's the true kampung spirit of Pasir Ris. Unchanged, intact, semangat kampung yang sebenar. Just look around you here now. Regardless of race, we stand as one Pasir Ris-Changi united, nurtured through generations of PAP's leadership. My late grandpa also had strong roots here. He was a nurse, just like I am now, working at the old Changi hospital. And apart from the many ghost stories he would like to scare me with, he was a proud PAP supporter. He would help at the then Changi MPS, ferry seniors to polling stations in his own car for elections. Today, I stand here holding his torch, serving MPS weekly and helping our residents. Sekarang, saya menyambungkan warisan atuk saya sebagai penyokong PAP untuk membantu rakyat kita. I'm grateful to be living in Pasir Ris-Changi. Who here isn't? We've got beautiful upgraded park, HDB, estates, and a new bus interchange. And for those of you who like to makan, we even have McDonald's, 7 of them, just in Pasir Ris and Changi Village. But jokes aside, beyond all these massive upgrades pushed by our PAP MPs, there's also invisible work behind the scenes. I have seen it. SMTO, Mr. Sharil, Mr. Desmond, working tirelessly at MPS Weekly, helping families, tackling tough cases, staying past midnight. Menteri-menteri kita bekerja keras sampai tengah malam pun untuk demi rakyat kita. And to Senior Minister, I and many others are indebted to him for his mentorship, his sincerity, and his heart for people. And as he passes the baton to Minister Indrani, I am proud to stand beside. She is a leader who has done so much for seniors and families in Tanjung Pagar, and Valerie, who brings new energy and kampung spirit to the team with a long track record in serving the community. The new PAP team is here to fight for us, to earn our trust. Because this is a team that listens, that works hard, not just for 9 days in an election, but for years, for generations. So tonight, I humbly seek your support to ask for your vote, because in turbulent times, the PAP don't back down. They stand steady, firm hearts, clear eyes. Vote for a team that has built, has fought, has stayed with you, not through opposition experiments, division, or empty promises. Let's fight for our future together. Thank you, everyone. Majulah Singapore!
Thank you, Daniel. Next up, we have Mr. Eugene Low.
各位巴西利樟宜的居民们，晚上好！大家好冇？好高興見到今晚咁多人嚟到現場。我嘅名是 Eugene， 我是潮州人，我到這個亞健人到巴西利已經徛了有30多年嘅時間。我是一個自豪的新加坡人，在這裡出生，在這裡成長，受教育。我的專業是個教育家，但日常生活中私底下我扮演的跟很多人一樣，是一個普通家庭的兒子和父親的角色。和你們很多人一樣呢，我親眼見證了這個家園多年來的發展和演變。我還記得早年我剛搬到巴西利的時候呢，巴西利只是一個安靜的海濱小鎮。 但今天的巴西利呢，真的跟以往比非常不同，你们同意吗？我今晚站在这里呢，是因为我相信巴西利的未来，相信未来的巴西利可以继续成为我2个孩子的美好家园，像任何父母亲一样，我希望他们继承的不仅仅是一栋房子，而是一个繁荣的社区，一个安全的环境，以及一个为他们提供一切发展机会的城镇。巴西利所经历的进步和转变，它并非偶然，这需要远见、奉献精神，以及一支真正关心我们社区以及它未来发展的领导团队。而这个领导团队呢，正是我们的人民行动党团队。因此，我在此感谢他们为我们所做的一切。我衷心感谢他们一直基于使巴西利成为幼、中、年、老人的美好家园，巴西利樟宜的市容的绿化、居住的娱乐设施的完善，以及与全岛各地连接性的改善呢，都是我们有目共睹的。人民行动党急于改善我们的居住环境，也急于照顾我们最弱势的居民。他们进行了无数次的居民家访、对话和定期的见面会，体现了他们对解决我们小市民面临的问题和挑战的真心关怀和承诺。我们今晚会听到各个不同讲述者说到他们切实生活中的种种事件跟小故事，每一个故事都证明了人民行动党员对巴西利樟宜的社区人民坚定不移的承诺。世界正在急速变化中，在暴风雨笼罩的大环境下呢，我们更加需要能够预测未来挑战、能实干的领导团队。为了我家的2个好儿子，为了我们所有孩子的未来，我选择支持人民行动党，因为他们以过去的信誉证明了他们自己，赢得了我和我家人的信任，也展示了他们坚持承诺的努力，并为我们的国家、我的家，还有我的孩子制定了可持续的未来计划。我不知道你们怎么想，但我不想，也不愿意拿我的未来，还有我孩子们的未来来做赌注，来做冒险。所以我恳求你们支持由英兰妮部长、陈国民先生、Shario 先生和 Valerie 李女士所组成的新巴西利樟宜团队，让我们授权他们继续做好我们的工作，在已经奠定多年基础上再接再厉，并为我的孩子和你们的未来子孙们确保更美好的未来。兄弟们、姐妹们，跟我一起高喊一句 Majula PAP！ 谢谢大家。
Thank you, Eugene. Our next speaker is also no stranger to some of us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Jacqueline Fernandez.
Dear neighbor, friends and residents of Pasir Ris and Changi, good evening. Jiran dan rakan-rakan yang dihormati dan penduduk Pasir Ris dan Changi, selamat petang. Pasir Ris has been my home for the past 27 years. It is a town that was always felt quiet and serene. Both my children attended Elias Primary School, and I felt truly blessed to be a full-time mother while knowing that everything I needed was within reach. I've watched this town grow, and I've always felt the warmth of a close-knit community till this very day. However, life does not go as planned. 5 years ago, my family faced a difficult division. I had to forge my own path due to circumstances beyond my control. I made the decision to keep my home and care for my children, wanting nothing more. It wasn't easy, especially when it came to transferring the ownership of my home back to my name. Like anyone in such a situation, I experienced my share of pain and uncertainty. With my parents and siblings no longer here for support, I sought the help of my local members of parliament, my MPs. It was during the COVID pandemic that I felt especially isolated, unable to voice my struggles publicly. I poured my feelings onto paper and sent an email detailing my situation, hoping to be heard. To my surprise, an activist reached out to me the very next day to validate my concerns. I was informed that an MP would be in touch soon. It was Mr. Desmond Tan. Mr. Desmond Tan understood my struggle to convey my thoughts. He recognized how much I wanted to keep my home. I remember hanging on to that video call, unsure of what to expect. Then he said, "I will take care of it." Just 2 days later, I received a call from HDB asking me to sign the papers for my house. The house was mine. I share my story with you to illustrate, as long as you stand firm in your convictions, the People's Action Party will stand by you and support you. You don't have to face your challenges in fear. Yes, we all encounter turbulent times, and uncertainty is part of life. But together with the right support, we can overcome these obstacles. I want to emphasize that PAP is the government we need for our future. Their unwavering commitment to our families, our communities, and our nation has been proven time and time again. They have consistently worked hard to create opportunities for every Singaporean and to ensure that our voices are heard. With their experience and dedication, we can trust them to lead us through challenges and into a brighter tomorrow. Let us stand together and make the choice for stability, progress, and unity. Together, let's support the PAP as they are the partner we need in building a stronger, better Singapore for ourselves and for the generations to come. Saya ingin mengingatkan bahawa PAP adalah kerajaan yang kita perlukan untuk masa depan kita. Mereka sentiasa berkomitmen kepada keluarga, komuniti dan negara kita. PAP telah banyak berusaha untuk memberikan peluang kepada semua rakyat Singapura dan memastikan suara kita didengar. Dengan pengalaman dan dedikasi mereka, kita boleh percaya mereka untuk memimpin kita melalui cabaran dan menuju masa depan yang lebih baik. Together, we can face any challenge with hope and resilience. I believe with the support of our candidates, Minister Indrani, Mr. Desmond Tan, Mr. Sharil, and Ms. Valerie Lee of the People's Action Party, we will have the government that listens, cares, and stands by its people for Pasir Ris-Changi. Let us bring forth the government of the PAP. Majulah PAP!
Thank you, Jacqueline. Next up, please give a warm round of applause to Ms. Vigneshwari.
என் அன்பான பாசிர் ரிஸ்-சாங்கி மக்களுக்கும் நண்பர்களுக்கும் வணக்கம். என் பெயர் விக்னேஸ்வரி. உங்களில் நான் ஒருவராக இந்த மேடையில் நின்று பேசுவது எனக்கு மிக பெருமையாக இருக்கிறது. பாசரிஸ் எனக்கு வரும் ஒரு இடம் மட்டுமில்லை, என் மனதில் இணைந்த இல்லம். கடந்த 30 வருடங்களாக இங்கே வசித்து வருகிறேன். இந்த வட்டாரம் காலப்போக்கில் மிகப்பெரிய அளவில் வளர்ச்சி அடைந்துள்ளது. இங்கே வசிக்கும் அனைவரையும் நான் மனதார மதிக்கிறேன். நான் இங்கே வளர்ந்தேன். என் 4 பிள்ளைகளையும் இங்கேதான் வளர்க்கிறேன். நான் ஒரு சமூக சேவையாளர், முதியோர்களுடன் பணியாற்றிய தாதி, செவிலியர், கல்வி ஆசிரியர். திரு டெஸ்மண்ட் தான் முதலில் அவரது வீட்டு வருகைகளின் போது சந்தித்தேன். பிறகு எடியூசேவ் விருதளிப்பு விழாவில் போது பார்த்தேன். அவருடைய எளிமையான நடத்தை, மனம் கவரும் புன்னகை, எல்லோரிடமும் பண்புடன் பேசுவது அனைத்தும் என் மனதிலும் என் குடும்பத்தினரின் மனதிலும் ஆழமாக பதிந்துள்ளது. அவர் எப்போதும் நம்மிடம் பணிவாக இருந்தார். இதனால் நமக்கு மதிப்பும் ஊக்கமும் கிடைத்தது. என் பிள்ளைகளும் சமூக சேவையில் ஈடுபட ஆரம்பித்தனர். அதற்கு பெரும்பாலும் அவரே ஊக்கம் தந்தார். என் மூத்த மகள் சமூக சேவையில் கலந்து கொண்டு கருணையும் சேவையின் அருமையும் உணர ஆரம்பித்தாள். இதுதான் அவளுக்கு பள்ளியில் தலைமை வகிக்க உதவியது. திரு டெஸ்மண்ட் தான் அளித்த ஊக்கமும் ஆதரவும் என் 4 பிள்ளைகளுக்கும் மிகப்பெரிய அளவில் மனதில் பதிந்துள்ளது. நீங்கள் கேட்பீர்கள், நம்முடைய கனங்கள், சவால்கள் மற்றும் சிந்தனைகள் இவை எல்லாம் மக்கள் செயல் கட்சிக்கு கேட்கப்படுகிறதா? என் பதில் ஆமாம். என் குடும்ப அனுபவம் அதற்கு சான்று. பல வருடங்களுக்கு முன்பு என் தந்தைக்கு கல்வி வாய்ப்பு கிடைக்கவில்லை, நல்ல வேலை வாய்ப்பும் கிடைக்கவில்லை. ஆனால் மக்கள் செயல் கட்சி வழிகாட்டியது. இன்று அவர் 30 வருடங்களாக ஒரு மதிப்பு பெற்ற நிறுவனத்தில் பணியாற்றுகிறார். இந்த வெற்றி அனுபவம் எங்கள் வாழ்க்கையை மாற்றியது. நம் சமூகத்தில் முதியோர்களும் இளையோர்களும் மதிக்கப்பட வேண்டும். அவர்களுக்கு பராமரிப்பும் வாய்ப்புகளும் கிடைக்க வேண்டும். இதை நன்கு புரிந்து கொண்டு திரு டெஸ்மண்ட் தான் எப்போதும் நேர்மையுடனும் அக்கறையுடனும் நம்மோடு பயணித்து வருகிறார். இன்று நம்மிடம் சிறந்த போக்குவரத்து வசதிகள், மருத்துவ வசதிகள், மேலும் பேருந்து மையங்கள் உள்ளன. நடைபாதை, மின்தூக்கி போன்ற வசதிகள் அனைவருக்கும் உதவுகின்றன. பாசிர் ரிஸ்-சாங்கியின் இந்த வளர்ச்சி ஒரு கட்டட வளர்ச்சி மட்டும் இல்லை, இது மனக்கனவும் பராமரிப்பும் உள்ளதற்கான ஒரு சாட்சி. என் குடும்பம், என் மாணவர்கள், நம் குழந்தைகள், நம் பெற்றோர்கள், நம் எதிர்காலத்திற்காக உங்கள் ஆதரவை தாழ்மையுடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன். மக்கள் செயல் கட்சி என்பது வெறும் ஒரு கட்சி அல்ல, இது நம்மை பாதுகாக்கும் உறுதியான பாதை. நம் நாட்டின் நலனுக்காகவும் நம் நலனுக்காகவும் மக்கள் செயல் கட்சிக்கு வாக்களிக்கவும். உங்களில் நான் ஒருவராக என் இதயம் நிறைந்த நன்றியை கூறிக்கொள்கிறேன். மஜுலா PAP. நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, Vigneshwari.
Next, we welcome the next resident speaker, Miss Adeline Tan. Let's give her a round of applause.
亲爱的同胞们，傍晚好！感谢大家的到来。Good evening, everyone, fellow friends and residents of Pasir Ris-Changi. I'm Adeline. Thank you all for being here today. I'm a resident of Changi for about 18 years. My family stays at Floral Road since 2007. I'm a mother of my 11-year-old boy. Based on my personal interaction with Valerie, I stand before you with great confidence as I speak in support of a passionate, dedicated, and forward-looking individual, Miss Valerie Lee, our PAP candidate for Pasir Ris-Changi GRC. Valerie is someone who understands the heartbeat of the community. She listens, and most importantly, she acts. Having spent years actively engaging with residents from all walks of life, from young families to seniors, she has built a strong reputation for being approachable, sincere, and deeply committed to serving our residents. What sets Valerie apart is not just her professionalism, but her heart for people, whether it's advocating for better support for working parents, pushing for inclusive spaces for the elderly, or championing opportunities for our youth. Valerie brings both compassion and clarity to the table. She believes that Pasir Ris-Changi GRC is more than just a place to live. It's a community where everyone deserves to thrive. Under her stewardship, we can expect more support for young families, stronger social initiatives, and a future where no one is left behind. Valerie brings a refreshing energy and vision, paired with grounded values and a tireless work ethic. She's here for the people. She's here for our residents in Pasir Ris-Changi. So today, I ask for your support. Let us come together to empower our PAP leaders who believes in building bridges, uplifting lives, and shaping a better tomorrow for all of us. Let's walk this journey with Minister Indrani Raja, Mr. Desmond Tan, Mr. Sharal Taha, and Miss Valerie Lee for our families, our future, for Pasir Ris-Changi GRC. With the People's Action Party Manifesto, Change World, Fresh Team, New Resolve, let's work together with our PAP team to secure a brighter future for all of us. 请投人民行动党一票。Majula PAP!
Thank you, Ms. Adeline, for such a heartfelt speech. Next, we welcome the next speaker, Mr. Ramas Chua. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Good evening, everyone, friends, neighbors, and fellow residents of Pasir Ris. I'm Ramas Chua. It's truly an honor to be standing here, not just as a grassroots leader, but as one of you, as a neighbor, a friend, and a fellow Pasir Ris resident who has journeyed with you through the quiet days and the busy one, through the challenges and the breakthrough. We have built something meaningful together. And we didn't do it alone. We did it with the support, the trust, and the leadership of People Action Party. Here in Pasir Ris, we are known for our nature and our green space. But what really makes us special is our people. Our residents come forward for beach cleanup, our seniors sharing gardening tips, the students who lead recycling drive, and the parents that bring kids to tree planting event. And this is not a top-down community. This is a people power movement. Under the PAP, we have turned ideas into action. The PAP has been an enabler, creating the environment, providing the support, and giving us the tool to lead. Let's take Green Wave as an example, one of our proudest achievements. It began as a very simple awareness event. Today is an annual, full-blown community movement. Our students are taking the leads. Our corporate partners are stepping up. And our residents, from the young to the young at heart, are coming together to shape the solution. That's the power of a community that we trusted, encouraged, and supported. And that is what the PAP makes possible. Our youth are now teaching their family about recycling and upcycling. And these are not school projects. These are life lessons creating ripple effect throughout your homes. And another powerful example, our urban farming. With the backing of our PAP lead town council, residents are growing vegetables, even mushrooms, right from the community garden to their homes. Auntie and uncle are bonding over growing tips. Children are proudly watering the plants. Neighbors are exchanging seeds and recipes. And this is not just farming. This is ownership. This is empowerment. And this is what you give a community a stake and a say. And with each upcycling workshop, e-waste drive, and community cleanup, we are not just keeping Pasir Ris green. We are keeping it alive. We are not waiting for changes to come from the top. We are driving it from the ground up. And the PAP has created a space that the empowerment to flourish. That is why this election is not just what has been done. It's about who has the new resolve to keep going. It's about the fresh team, energized, committed, grounded in the community, and it's about securing a brighter future for you, for your family, for your children, and your generation to come. This is not just a promise. This is already a motion here in Pasir Ris-Changi, and it must continue. Because of this change world, we need a fresh team, a new resolve, committed to secure a brighter future for you. Vote for PAP! Majora PAP! Thank you!
Thank you so much. Next up, we have our youngest speaker tonight, Miss Yana. Let's give her a big round of applause, please.
Salam semua. Apa khabar semua pada para saudara-saudari, kawan-kawan dan penduduk Pasir Ris dan Changi yang dihormati. Dear uncles, aunties, friends, and our residents of Pasir Ris and Changi, and a special hello to all the young Singaporeans here today, especially those first-time voters macam saya. I'm Yana. This is more than just a rally. Ini adalah saat kehidupan untuk anda dan juga saya. A moment where your voice begins to shape the homes for all of our loved ones and the future of this country we all love. Now I know that for some of you, politics might feel distant, maybe even complicated. I get that. But let me tell you this, your vote matters more than ever. And this year, you have the power to send a clear message. A message of confidence, responsibility, and progress. And that's why I'm here to speak to you about the People's Action Party, a party that has not only built Singapore from the ground up, but one that is still building every day for you and me. Let's be real. We didn't get to where we are by accident. Singapore is what it is today because of a long-term vision, careful planning, and bold and sound decisions, even when they were difficult. That's the PAP way. Steady hands, clear heads, and strong hearts. Dan walaupun kita menghormati masa lalu, kita lebih fokus kepada masa hadapan. Masa depan anda, masa depan saya, dan masa depan kita. The PAP is investing in skills, jobs, sustainability, digital innovations, mental health support, and most importantly, in you and me. We're not just thinking about the next 5 years, we're thinking about the next 50 years and beyond. Whether you're a student, a young professional, an NS man, an entrepreneur, or still figuring life out, this is your home, this is our home. And the PAP is here to protect it, grow it, and help us thrive it. Thus, we must also do our part to protect our homes. Let me share with you my life journey. After I graduated from High NITEC, I had my fair share of struggles to choose between IT Work-Study Diploma or Polytechnic Diploma. I seek advice from Mr. Desmond Tan to help me open up my perspective between two of those options that best suits based on my interests. And today, I'm currently in my 3rd year of Polytechnic studies, doing my internship, pursuing the course that has the continuation from my High NITEC course. Of course, Mr. Desmond Tan doesn't stop at mentoring me, as I have 5 other younger siblings, 5 orang adik-beradik selepas saya. He also gives advice and encourage my younger siblings to study hard and do well and continue to do the things they love. Sekarang, saya tahu untuk berhati-hati jangan mudah terpedaya dengan janji-janji besar atau ucapan dramatik. But ask yourself this, who has proven they can deliver? Who has the track record of nation building to enable us to celebrate SG60? The discipline and the trust to lead us through any storm in a turbulent world. It's easy to talk, it's harder to do. Look at the changed world we are in. And for nearly 70 years, the PAP has done exactly that. Led, built, and deliver. So today I'm asking you not to just vote, but to vote wisely. Vote for leadership that listens to our people and acts in the interest for our people. Vote for stability and progress as one united people. Vote for a Singapore that continues to rise, not just for some, but for all of us. And when you cast your vote, for the first-time voters, remember this. You're not just making a choice for today, you're making a commitment to the kind of country you want tomorrow for all of our loved ones. So stand with People Action Party. Stand for the future that we are united, resilient, and full of promise. Because your vote isn't just a rite of passage. It's a powerful statement, and it starts right here, right now. Let's build our future together. Majulah PAP.
Thank you, Yana. And next up, we'd like to invite Mr. Benjamin Tan.
Fellow residents of Pasir Ris-Changi, friends and supporters, good evening. 亲爱的白沙樟宜集选区的选民，大家晚上好。I'm Benjamin, and it's a privilege to speak with you tonight as a fellow resident of Pasir Ris-Changi GRC. Over the past 5 years, we have seen Pasir Ris-Changi change for the better. Our town centre has been rejuvenated, the opening of Pasir Ris Mall, the new polyclinic, and our fully air-conditioned bus interchange are just some signs of the progress in our town. And with the Cross Island Line coming in 2030, we'll soon be better connected to the rest of Singapore, making travel faster and more convenient. These improvements are the result of the work put in by our PAP team, alongside the patience and understanding of our residents during the construction phase. But this election isn't just about buildings and infrastructure. It is about our people. It is about our families, our children, and our seniors. As an MPS case writer in Pasir Ris West, I've seen firsthand how we help those in need with ComCare assistance, grocery distributions, and at Weekly MPS, we don't just fix problems, we fix lives. During COVID-19, when physical MPS sessions were not possible, our PAP team quickly pivoted to eMPS sessions so that residents could still reach out for help via WhatsApp call. I recall residents calling us while driving or working, to seek help on job loss, rental support, navigating government assistance schemes. This shows the PAP always kept the doors open, even when the door of the world shut down, and that the PAP never leaves anyone behind. Grassroots-led programs like the grocery runs help families manage the rising cost of living, and initiatives like Project Success, started 20 years ago and which is still running in Pasir Ris, Punggol and Sengkang, continue to support residents in their job search. I'm proud to have played a small role in promoting Project Success through the setting up of the Telegram channel, which has now a couple of thousands of followers in the channel. This helped residents discover job fairs and opportunities close to home. These are just some of the ways we show that the PAP team cares, not just during elections, but every single day. Our candidates, Minister Indrani, Mr. Desmond Tan, Mr. Cheryl Taha and Ms. Valerie Lee are here not just to serve, but to listen, to walk the ground, and to work with you. Let me continue my speech in Mandarin. 亲爱的白沙张仪集选区的选民，我们人民行动党团队了解大家都为通货膨胀、医疗、住房和就业保障等课题而担忧。年长者希望能有尊严的安享晚年，年轻家庭则期盼为孩子创造更美好的未来。这都是人民的心声，每一个反馈对我们来说都非常重要。因此，聆听你们的声音是如此的重要。人民的声音是我们政府施政的指南，不论是改善医疗政策、祖屋政策、就业培训及保障等政策。在这个复杂多变的世界中，我们需要的是一支稳健、脚踏实地、真正了解民生困难、苦民所苦的领导团队。我相信我们白沙张仪行动党候选人在过去5年已经展现对人民、体恤人民的承诺。在未来5年里，我相信他们会继续仔细的聆听，与大家并肩同行，一同面对一切挑战。亲爱的同胞们，白沙张仪的选民们，新加坡是我们的国家，白沙张仪是我们的家园，请投人民行动党一票，让我们继续这段旅程，携手共建白沙张仪更美好、更辉煌的未来。Please vote for the PAP for a brighter future for Singapore and Pasir Ris-Changi. Majulah PAP, Majulah Singapura. Thank you.
Up next, we have the bubbly MC himself, Tish from Pasir Ris West.
Pasir Ris-Changi GRC, வணக்கம். என் பெயர் பிரகதேஷ். இன்று இங்கே உங்களிடம் பேசுவதற்கு வாய்ப்பு கிடைத்தது எனக்கு மிகுந்த பெருமையையும் மகிழ்ச்சியான ஒரு தருணம். நான் பாசிரிஸில் பிறந்து வளர்ந்தவன். இந்த இடம் என் வீடு, என் இதயம், என் அடையாளம். இளமையிலே உயர்கல்விக்காக வெளிநாடு சென்றேன். பிறகு உலக சுகாதார அமைப்பின் 6 ஆண்டுகள் பணிபுரிந்து பல்வேறு நெருக்கடிகளை நேரில் சந்தித்தேன். அந்த அனுபவங்கள் மூலம் மக்களுக்காக எவ்வாறு சிந்திக்கவும் செயல்படவும் வேண்டும் என்பதை பற்றி ஆழமாக கற்றுக்கொண்டேன். அந்த அனுபவங்கள் என்னை நாடு திரும்பி சிங்கப்பூரில் குறிப்பாக பாசிர் ரிஸ் கிராஸ் ரூட் சேவையில் ஈடுபட வேண்டும் என்ற உற்சாகத்தையும் பேராதரவையும் ஊட்டின. கடந்த 16 ஆண்டுகளாக பாசிர் ரிஸ் மேற்கு பகுதியில் சேவை செய்யும் வாய்ப்பு கிடைத்துள்ளது. இந்த பயணத்தில் என்னை உண்மையாக்க உருவாக்கியது நம்முடைய மக்கள்தான். அவர்கள் எனது வாழ்க்கையின் உண்மையான பாடங்களை கற்றுக் கொடுத்தார்கள். என் சந்தோஷங்களையும் என் சிரமங்களையும் உறவுகளாக பகிர்ந்து கொண்டார்கள். இந்த சமூகத்தின் வளர்ச்சிக்கு ஒருவரின் பங்களிப்பு குறிப்பிடத்தக்கது. நமது மரியாதைக்குரிய திரு தியோ சீ ஹேன் கடந்த 28 ஆண்டுகளாக அவர் பாசிரிஸ் மக்களுக்காக மக்களின் நலனை முன்னோக்கி வைத்து மக்களின் எதிர்பார்ப்புகளுக்கும் பதிலளிக்கும் வகையில் மக்கள் பிரதிநிதியாக உழைத்துள்ளார். அவர் தனது குழுவுடன் இணைந்து பாசிரிஸின் ஒவ்வொரு பகுதியில் முன்னேற்றத்தையும் வளர்ச்சியையும் கொண்டு வந்தார். வீதிகள், பூங்காக்கள், சமூக மையங்கள், மூத்த குடிமக்களுக்கான வசதிகள் என வாழ்வின் குடிமக்களுக்கான அம்சங்களும் அவர் மாற்றத்தை உருவாக்கினார். அவருடைய தலைமைத்துவத்தில் பாசிரிஸ் நகரம் முழுமையாக மாறியுள்ளது. இன்று நாம் அனுபவிக்கும் வசதிகள் அவர் துவக்கிய திட்டங்களின் பலன்கள். அவரது ஓய்வு அறிந்தபோது ஒரு பெரிய இழப்பாக உணர்ந்தோம். ஆனால் அவர் பாசிரிஸின் வளர்ச்சிக்காக ஆற்றிய தன்னலற்ற சேவைக்கு நாங்கள் முழு மனதுடன் நன்றியையும் ஆழ்ந்த மரியாதையும் செலுத்துகிறோம். அதே நேரத்தில் இன்று நமது குழுவின் புதிய உறுப்பினராக இணைந்துள்ளார் மரியாதைக்குரிய இந்திராணி ராஜா அவர்களை மகிழ்ச்சியுடன் வரவேற்கிறோம். அவர் நீண்ட காலமாக நாட்டின் சட்டம், சமத்துவம் மற்றும் சமூக நலனுக்காக கடுமையாக பணியாற்றி வந்துள்ளார். இப்போது அவர் தனது அறிவும் அனுபவமும் கொண்டு பாசிரிஸ்க்கு புதிய ஆற்றலையும் புதிய பார்வையும் கொண்டு வருவார் என்பதில் எனக்கு முழு நம்பிக்கை இருக்கிறது. இந்த பயணத்தில் எனது வளர்ச்சிக்கு ஆதாரமாக இருந்தவர்கள் நமது மக்கள் செயல் கட்சி பாசிரிஸ் குழு. அவர்கள் ஒருவரின் ஆதரவும் ஊக்கமும் இல்லாவிட்டால் இன்று நான் இந்த மேடையில் உங்களிடம் பேசுவதற்கான வாய்ப்பே இல்லை. மக்கள் செயல் கட்சி சிங்கப்பூரின் வளர்ச்சிக்கு பல ஆண்டுகளாக முக்கிய பங்கு வகித்துள்ளது. அவர்கள் நீதி மேலாண்மை, பொருளாதார வளர்ச்சி, சமூக நலன் போன்றவற்றில் பல முன்னேற்றங்களை செய்துள்ளார்கள். பல நாட்டின் எதிர்காலத்தை சிறப்பாக உருவாக்கி தகுதியான கட்சி நமது மக்கள் செயல் கட்சி. எனவே இந்த நேரத்தில் நமது மக்கள் செயல் கட்சி பாசிர் ரிஸ்-சாங்கி GRC குழுவுக்கு உங்கள் வலிமையான ஆதரவை அளிக்குமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன். உங்கள் வாக்கு மிக முக்கியமானது. நீங்கள் வாக்கு இடும்போது அது ஒரு கடமை மட்டுமல்ல, உங்கள் சமூகத்தின் எதிர்காலத்திற்கு நீங்கள் அளிக்கும் உறுதியான ஒரு ஒப்புதல். நமது நாட்டின் எதிர்காலத்திற்கான மற்றும் சமூகத்தின் முன்னேற்றத்திற்காக பல நூற்றாண்டு பணி மற்றும் அர்ப்பணிப்பை முன்னிட்டு மக்கள் செயல் கட்சிக்கு உங்கள் ஆதரவை அளிக்குமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன். My friends in Pasir Ris-Changi GRC, the PAP has constantly fielded strong leaders who are dedicated to improving the lives of Singaporeans. From economic policies to social welfare, the PAP has a history of delivering results that benefit the wider community. The PAP has been serving Singapore for decades, and during that time it has played a key and fundamental role in transforming Singapore into a global economic hub with elevated quality of life, strong infrastructure and robust public service. This election is not just about choosing leaders. It's about choosing a future that we can believe in. Our Pasir Ris-Changi GRC team has always stood ready to serve with heart, strength and unwavering dedication. They have walked with you, they have listened to you, and they have stood by you for many years and will never stop fighting for you. Give them your trust, give them your vote, and together we will build a Pasir Ris-Changi that every generation can be proud of. Both PAP, Majulah Singapura, Nandri Vanakkam.
What a rousing speech! Now last but not least from our local speakers, we have Mr. Kwek Jia Hao. A round of applause.
Dear friends and residents of Pasir Ris-Changi GRC, a very good evening to you. 大家晚上好. My name is Jia Hao, and I am an activist at Pasir Ris West. I grew up, and like many of you, had lived or live in Pasir Ris. My family and I moved to Pasir Ris in 1998, and I had most of my education for both primary and secondary school in Pasir Ris. Pasir Ris was my home. For more than 20 years, SM Teo was not just my member of parliament. He was a role model, an inspiration to not just me, but many of us here today, and I'm immensely grateful for all that he has done for us. Thank you, sir. When I moved to Pasir Ris, Pasir Ris was a very different place. What we have today through rapid transformation and development in Pasir Ris is a testament of the tireless hard work and dedication of the PAP team, past and present. Our Pasir Ris, a home that we should be all proud of. As a volunteer, I have witnessed firsthand the dedication, commitment, empathy, and resolve of the PAP team in improving and empowering the lives of every resident, from the weekly Meet the People session to the various local programs such as Project Success, a job matching initiative that was initiated more than 20 years ago, and the day-to-day interactions and activities that we have with the community at large. What we have today is a community that is strong, knitted, and resilient, that is testament of the strong and forward-looking leadership of the PAP, led by members of Parliament, and at its heart, the dedicated and selfless volunteers of all age groups and from all walks of life that serve tirelessly in our community. It is of immense privilege to have served with all of you in the community, our community. As we celebrate 60 years of independence, this election at a time of profound global change is the time for us to come together, united as one, to overcome the challenges of our time and uncertainties that may lie ahead of us, to ride this storm and emerge stronger together. A vote for the People's Action Party is a vote for strong leadership, a vote for stability, a vote for a better future, and a vote for a fresh team with a new resolve to tackle the challenges in a changed world. Vote for the PAP and our PAP team at Pasir Ris-Changi. Majulah PAP!
Thank you so much to our amazing local speakers for sharing their powerful and inspiring stories. Now, Pasir Ris-Changi, are you ready for the leaders who will take us forward? Let's make it loud and let's make it proud. Please put your hands together for our candidates. Minister Indrani Raja, Senior Minister of State Mr. Desmond Tan, Mr. Sharil Tahar, Miss Valerie Lee, and joining them, Senior Minister Teo Chee Hean, Minister Maliki Osman, and please welcome our guest, Mr. Zainal Sapari, Mr. Charles Chong, and Dr. Ahmad Magat. Thank you, ministers, candidates, and guest speakers. Now, without any further ado, let's welcome Senior Minister Teo Chee Hean.
亲爱的白沙居民、para penduduk Pasir Ris dan Changi, 兄弟姐妹，大家好。It's a great pleasure to be here with you this evening and to be speaking ahead of your team here who will be representing you and looking after you in Pasir Ris. Let me speak this evening in Malay, and then I'll say some words in Chinese and in English. Penduduk Pasir Ris yang dihormati, terima kasih atas kebaikan, sokongan dan persahabatan anda sepanjang 28 tahun. Kita telah berkongsi kegembiraan kita bersama. Kita juga telah mengatasi masa-masa sukar bersama juga. Dan setiap kali kita telah mengukuhkan komitmen kita untuk membina sebuah masyarakat Pasir Ris yang lebih kukuh. Saya juga gembira mengalu-alukan penduduk Changi. Saya berterima kasih kepada Dr. Maliki kerana telah menjaga para penduduk Changi kami dengan begitu baik. Terima kasih Dr. Maliki. Kita telah secara rasmi bersama sebagai Pasir Ris-Changi untuk beberapa minggu saja. Tetapi rasanya kita sudah lama kenal satu sama lain. Kita kini satu keluarga besar. Pilihan raya ini berkenaan masa depan kita. Kita ada Perdana Menteri yang baru, Perdana Menteri Lawrence Wong. Perdana Menteri Wong sedang mengkukuhkan pasukannya dengan ramai calon baru dan baik, termasuk calon Melayu Islam baru untuk berkhidmat kepada rakyat Singapura. Untuk anda, apakah yang boleh kita lakukan sebagai rakyat Singapura? Kita boleh membantu Perdana Menteri Lawrence Wong membina dan mengukuhkan pasukannya untuk berkhidmat untuk Singapura, untuk semua penduduk, untuk anda. Ini adalah masa yang lebih bergelora dan mencabar. Kita tidak tahu apa yang akan berlaku kepada kita, kepada Singapura, kepada dunia kita. Cara terbaik membuat persiapan ialah dengan bersatu padu untuk mempunyai pemerintah yang stabil dan mantap untuk membimbing kita. Pelabur, khususnya pelabur asing, sedang memerhatikan kita. Negara-negara lain sedang memerhatikan kita juga. Beri Perdana Menteri Lawrence Wong mandat yang kuat supaya dia mempunyai kekuatan untuk berunding dengan negara dan orang lain. Para penduduk Pasir Ris, saya meletak jawatan sebagai anggota parlimen anda. Tetapi saya akan sentiasa mempunyai kenangan yang indah dan persahabatan yang berharga. Saya boleh meletak jawatan dengan ketenangan fikiran kerana saya tahu bahawa anda akan dijaga dengan baik. Kami mempunyai pasukan yang kuat. Mereka bersedia untuk menjaga semua penduduk kami. Anda sudah kenal Encik Desmond Tan dan Encik Syaril Taha. Dan Encik Valerie Lee telah menyertai pasukan ini. Yang penting-penting, kami mengalu-alukan Encik Indrani Raja, Menteri Engineer Indrani Raja, untuk memimpin pasukan yang mantap ini. Para penduduk Pasir Ris, terima kasih kerana telah meletakkan kepercayaan anda kepada saya dan rakan-rakan anggota parlimen saya yang telah berkhidmat kepada anda pada masa lalu di Pasir Ris, termasuk Encik Charles Tong, Encik Ahmad Magat, dan Encik Zainal Sapari. Terima kasih semua. Jika saya tidak memenuhi semua harapan anda, saya memohon maaf. Cara terbaik untuk menjalankan kerja baik di Pasir Ris dan Changi ialah dengan memberi sokongan penuh anda kepada pasukan PAP kami yang baru. Kami telah bekerja dengan anda selama tahun-tahun. Letakkan kepercayaan anda kepada parti yang anda boleh percayai. Sila beri sokongan anda kepada PAP. Undilah PAP. 亲爱的白沙居民，非常感谢大家在过去28年给我的信任、支持、宽容和友谊。我也要欢迎我们樟宜的居民。虽然我们正式成为白沙樟宜集选区，是有短短的几个星期，但是我们觉得有这个感觉，好像一个大家庭一样。我也要感谢我们的同事孟里奇 Dr. Maliki 博士，这些年来为我们樟宜的居民照顾得非常非常好。我能很安心的卸任白沙议员，因为我知道有一个很能干和经验丰富的团队，继续会照顾我们白沙跟樟宜的居民。大家都认识陈国明、沙利尔，但还有李乃仪也是来参加我们的新团体。我们也欢迎英兰尼。我们把他从建国总理李光耀先生的选区拉过来这边，照顾我们这边的居民，好不好？他带领我们的团队照顾我们的居民。亲爱的居民，在过去的28年里，我最欣慰的是看见你们的孩子健康长大，成家立业，而许多也成为祖父、祖母。如果呢，我有任何做的不足够，或没有达到您的要求的地方，请接受我最衷心的道歉。白沙樟宜这些年来进步了很多，请我们给白沙樟宜的新团队您最大力的支持，这样一来，我们就会创造更美好、 更有凝聚力的张仪西城区，请你的票投给人民行动党，谢谢大家。Dear residents of Pasir Ris, thank you for your kindness, your support and friendship over the 28 years that it's been my honor and my privilege to have served you and to have grown up together with you. We have shared our joys together and also overcome difficult times together. And each time we have come out stronger in our commitment to build a stronger Pasir Ris community, a more united and harmonious one. I am also happy to welcome our Changi residents. We have been officially married together as Pasir Ris-Changi for just a few weeks. But I feel that we have already known each other for a long time. And I thank Dr. Maliki for looking after them so well and helping to make this transition such a smooth one for our activists as well as our residents. I have met many residents who have actually moved between Pasir Ris and Changi over many years and have relatives on both sides as well. So we are really now one big family. As I step down as your Member of Parliament, I bring with me many memories and many treasured friendships. And I can step down with peace of mind because I know that I leave you in good hands with a strong team in place who are ready to look after you with all their heart, with all their strength. Desmond Tan and Cheryl you know well already, and they are joined by Valerie Lee. You can hear them afterwards and see for yourself the people that we have for you. And of course, we welcome Ms. Indrani Raja to lead this wonderful team. We managed to bring her over from Mr. Lee's former ward in Tanjong Pagar to lead the team that looks after all of you here in Pasir Ris-Changi. She has a number of wonderful qualities about her. She speaks Malay also, you can hear her afterwards. But that I can do also. But she sings in Cantonese, that one I cannot do. So next time you meet her, events and functions, you ask her. Sorry to trouble you. We have made much progress in Pasir Ris-Changi, and there's much more work to be done, especially as we complete our major transport links, which will bring major new connectivity for our residents. And most importantly, the team has exciting new ideas to bring our residents closer together and to meet your needs. Dear residents, my greatest joy is to have seen your children grow up and for you to have your grandchildren too. And I would like to thank my fellow colleagues who have been your MPs in the past in Pasir Ris for their friendship and all that they have done for you as well. Mr. Charles Chong, the one and only Charles Chong, who was the MP for the whole of Pasir Ris before we had Pasir Ris GRC. Ahmad Magat, who worked together with us here in Pasir Ris for many years, and Zainal Sapari as well. If I have fallen short in any area or not met all your expectations, please accept my sincere apologies. But the best way to carry on the good work that has been done here in Pasir Ris and Changi is to give your fullest, your utmost support to our renewed PAP team. So please give them your support so that together we can make Pasir Ris, Changi an even closer-knit and better town to live in. This is a time of great change and uncertainty. Many things, we don't know what will happen. Next week, 90 days, tariffs on, tariffs off, how much it is, which country. We don't know. We don't know the answers because we don't even know the questions that we have to answer. But, so how do we prepare for this? The best way to prepare for this is to have a strong and stable government who can see you through these uncertain times. PM Lawrence Wong has become our PM, new PM. He is full of energy, full of ideas. He has met many of you, young, seniors, to try to put your ideas and suggestions, your aspirations, into practice to build a new Singapore together with you. He is bringing together a team with 32 new MPs to build a strong team, not just for the next 5 years, but for the next 10, 15 years, so that we have continuity and stability to see Singapore through. This is a hallmark of Singapore: continuity, stability, good government. And in these uncertain times, this is very valuable because people are looking for stability, continuity to invest, to put their money. And if we offer that to them, then we have an advantage over others. So, vote for PM Lawrence Wong to give him the strongest possible team he can have to see us through these uncertain times and to build the future Singapore that we all want. Vote for PM Lawrence Wong. Vote for the team you have here in Pasir Ris. Vote for the PAP. 请你投行动党一票. Vote for the PAP. Undilah PAP. Thank you very much. Terima kasih semua. Now my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Maliki.
Voters of Pasir Ris-Changi GRC, good evening. How's everyone doing? Good. First of all, thank you for joining us this evening at this physical rally of the newly formed Pasir Ris-Changi GRC. Now, as you know, part of the GRC, the Upper Changi side, was formerly my ward in East Coast GRC. Where are you? Where are my residents? Thank you for joining us this evening. These are residents of the Flora neighborhood, from the Upper Changi neighborhood, and from the rustic Changi Village neighborhood. If the rest of Pasir Ris have not been there, you should go there. You should enjoy Changi Village. That's the place that is called your own now. And of course, Pulau Ubin. Now, friends, I've just returned from the Vatican City to attend the funeral of Pope Francis. One of the legacies of Pope Francis is his advocacy for interfaith understanding and dialogue. It was actually very surreal as I kept myself updated on the hustings happening back home, especially on mixing religion and politics and how divisive this can be. We know that we have built a harmonious society through conscious effort at separating religion from politics. We should continue our efforts at deepening our interfaith harmony through dialogues, but this should be kept separate from politics. Political parties and its candidates should not at any time advance the cause of one's religion or race to secure votes. It is only, let me repeat myself. Give me a minute, yeah? Not very savvy with technology. So as I mentioned earlier, it will only lead to greater divisiveness that will threaten the harmony we have painstakingly built over the years. We therefore must reject any calls for race and religion to enter the political space in Singapore to divide all of us. What we must support is a politics based on core principles of justice, equality, and meritocracy. The PAP has been governing Singapore for the last 60 years on these key principles. Understanding this delicate balance of a multiracial and multi-religious society in a small island like Singapore, the PAP acknowledges the importance of engaging all communities regularly, particularly the minority community. So allow me for this part of my speech to address in Malay. Sejak mula lagi, PAP telah menolak politik berdasarkan kaum kerana ia tahu ini akan memecah belahkan masyarakat kita. Kita tahu itu sebab utama kita berpisah daripada Malaysia pada tahun 1965. Sejak kemerdekaan negara kita, PAP akur pentingnya mendekati dan memenuhi keperluan dan aspirasi masyarakat minoriti Singapura. Khususnya, PAP begitu prihatin terhadap keperluan masyarakat Melayu Islam Singapura. Seawal 1966, pemerintah PAP ketika itu telah meluluskan Akta Pentadbiran Undang-Undang Islam atau AMLA yang telah membuka jalan kepada penubuhan 3 institusi utama masyarakat kita, iaitu Majlis Ugama Islam Singapura MUIS, Mahkamah Syariah dan Pejabat Pendaftaran Pernikahan Islam atau RUMM. Menerusi AMLA juga, kita telah dapat secara sistematik mengumpul dana untuk pembangunan masjid dan masyarakat atau MBMF. Ini bermakna, walaupun kita sebuah masyarakat minoriti, masyarakat Islam di Singapura dapat memenuhi keperluan keagamaan kita dengan sokongan pemerintah PAP yang telah mengagihkan sumber pemerintah kepada masyarakat Islam untuk memenuhi keperluan kita. Ini berbeza jika dibandingkan dengan masyarakat minoriti Islam di negara-negara lain. Ramai pengunjung yang datang ke sini untuk menghadiri persidangan ICOS kagum apabila mereka sedari apa yang telah disediakan oleh pemerintah Singapura untuk masyarakat Islam kita. Walaupun satu masyarakat yang minoriti, keperluannya diiktiraf dan disokong sebuah pemerintah sekular. Masyarakat Islam kita telah menunjukkan perkembangan yang memberangsangkan selama 6 dekad ini. Misalnya, menerusi MUIS, kutipan zakat telah naik daripada 31.8 juta dolar pada tahun 2014 kepada 72.2 juta dolar pada tahun 2024, lebih daripada 2 kali ganda. MBMF bukan saja dapat memastikan pembinaan dan peningkatan naik taraf masjid-masjid kita, ia juga memastikan program-program sosial Yayasan Mendaki dapat dilaksanakan untuk membantu masyarakat kita serta menyokong sistem madrasah sepenuh masa kita. MUIS juga sedang dalam proses meningkatkan sektor agama dalam ia melaksanakan saranan-saranan jawatan kuasa untuk asatizah masa depan yang juga disokong pemerintah. Selain MUIS, mutu sistem Mahkamah Syariah kita di Singapura juga mendapat pengiktirafan dengan kunjungan delegasi-delegasi daripada negara jiran kita seperti Malaysia dan Brunei untuk meninjau dan mempelajari sistem guaman syariah di Mahkamah Syariah kita. Sebagai pertubuhan bantu diri, Mendaki juga menerima sokongan dana dari pemerintah untuk mempertingkatkan prestasi para penuntut kita. Kita sudah melihat banyak kemajuan, termasuk peratusan mereka yang mempunyai kelulusan universiti, bilangan penuntut Melayu yang meraih kelulusan sarjana muda kepujian kelas pertama, dan bilangan para karyawan kita juga sudah meningkat. Pemerintah PAP juga bertekad tidak akan meninggalkan sesiapa di belakang. Menerusi projek Dian M. Costa 3, kami telah mendekati keluarga muda di flat-flat sewa HDB dan menggalakkan mereka menghantar anak-anak kecil mereka ke pusat-pusat tajaka yang dibiayai pemerintah dengan yuran hanya $3 sebulan sahaja. Ini dimanfaatkan oleh ramai anak-anak kecil Melayu Islam Singapura. Hanya $3 lain dibiayai pemerintah PAP demi masa depan mereka. Inilah komitmen pemerintah PAP. PAP juga menggalakkan anggota Parlimen Melayunya mendekati berbagai kumpulan masyarakat dan kami telah bergiat melakukannya. Selama 4 tahun yang lalu, saya dan rakan-rakan telah mengadakan lebih kurang 100 sesi perbincangan khusus dengan golongan asatiza, pekerja sektor gig, sektor kewangan dan hartanah, serta pemimpin-pemimpin kesatuan sekerja. Kami menerima dan menyalurkan maklum balas mereka kepada agensi-agensi pemerintah yang berkenaan. Hadirin sekalian, memerintah sebuah negara yang kecil, tanpa hasil bumi dan dalam masa yang sama menjaga keharmonian kaum bukan sesuatu yang mudah. Khususnya bagi masyarakat Melayu, saya percaya PAP lah satu-satunya parti yang mengambil berat tentang kebajikan dan kemaslahatan masyarakat minoriti kita. Masyarakat Melayu sudah menunjukkan kejayaan di banyak aspek dengan sokongan pemerintah PAP. Dan komitmen PAP terhadap masyarakat Melayu berterusan dengan pengumuman Menteri Massagus Zulkifli baru-baru ini terhadap pembangunan Kolej Pengajian Islam Singapura dengan sokongan pemerintah. Hadirin, PAP sudah bersama masyarakat Melayu Islam selama 60 tahun sejak kemerdekaan kita. Dalam dunia yang berkisar, PAP yang memaparkan barisan yang segar dengan azam yang berkobar akan cuba dan terus komited memahami, melindungi dan memenuhi keperluan masyarakat kita yang terus berubah dan membawa masyarakat kita dan negara kita ke hadapan dengan tenang, dengan yakin dan dengan berjaya. Terima kasih. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just sketched in Malay how the PAP government has been very supportive of our minority communities here in Singapore, particularly the Malay Muslim community. The Malay Muslim community has done very well under the PAP government with very positive outcomes in education and social development. The most recent development in the Malay Muslim community that received support from the government is its plans to establish the Singapore College of Islamic Studies, or SCIS, realizing the community's long-held aspirations of having our own Islamic university. The PAP government has given its full support for the establishment of the SCIS and for the SCIS to have strong partnerships both locally and abroad. The government supports the vision of the SCIS to produce religious teachers and leaders who understand what is at stake in our unique context and who have the right competencies and skills to guide the community and create solutions for complex challenges in the future. The government's support is also to ensure that our asatizas are equipped with critical skills to prepare them for good careers and employment and contribution to our society as a whole. While we are a multiracial society pillared on values of justice, equality, and meritocracy, the government recognizes the unique circumstances of each community and is committed to support them accordingly, including providing resources to ensure that each community can use its own strength to move forward. This is the party that cares, the party that has proven track record to bring Singaporeans forward together. I want to first now recognize my residents who are from the Flora and Changi area. Where are you guys? I want to address this segment of my speech to them because I've served them for many years, and certainly I live with a lot of emotions. When the EBRC report was released, many of them, my residents, asked, why? They asked me why? Why do they have to move? My reply to them is that it does not matter. What matters is you are in good hands. And you will always be in good hands. For the last 14 years, I've been the one looking after you. We have gone through so much together, through thick and thin. I've met you at your house visits, dialogue sessions, and many events and engagement activities. We work together. For example, we just completed the estate upgrading program at Upper Changi, where most of your requests have been acceded to. We improved connectivity to the Flora neighborhood with bus number services 4 and 5 and new bus stops at that. And soon, you will get access to the new Cross Island MRT line with 2 new stations serving you. You will also get a covered linkway from Loyang Valley MRT station all the way to Carissa Park condominium. Not to mention the much-awaited lifts at the overhead bridge crossing Loyang Avenue, bridging literally the Changi area to the Pasir Ris area. And when the works on the Loyang Viaduct is ready, Loyang Avenue Viaduct, we can look forward to less traffic congestion along Loyang Avenue. Changi Village. Changi Village is so sentimental to all of us. Changi Village will see a vibrant rejuvenation following the completion of the Charmingly Changi Ideas competition by SLA and URA recently. But with any rejuvenation there, my word of advice, it must maintain its rustic charm to attract all of Singapore to Changi Village and many more outside of Singapore to Changi Village. Indeed, in the bands of a fresh team behind me here, you can expect new perspectives on how to improve your neighborhoods and communities, but with the same commitment that has led to the results you have seen in these past years. This team, the theme that is standing for election this year, will have the resolve and the strategies to work with you and realize your aspirations as a community. Dear voters, being an MP is more than just the physical upkeep and the infrastructural development. It is about connecting to all of you, listening to your concerns, bringing them to Parliament certainly. But now you hear so much during election. You keep hearing opposition candidates saying that they want to be the voices of the people in Parliament, as though the PAP are not the voices of our residents. I have been an MP for 24 years, and the voices of my residents are loud in Parliament. We, the PAP MPs, do more than just be the voices of our people in Parliament. Really, we are more than just the voice of the people in Parliament. We also bring the voices of Parliament to the people so that we have dialogues with you. We explain government policies to you. We are your partners in coming up with policies, with plans that make a real difference in your lives. In Siglap, for example, where I served, I've done over 320 dialogue sessions since 2020. And this is taking away the 2.5 years of COVID, where we were not able to meet. So 320 dialogue sessions in round about 2.5 years. After the announcement of every budget, I would meet all my residents and explain the details of the budget and gather feedback. After every National Day rally, I would do the same. Apart from that, I would also explain announcements of changes in CPF policies, housing policies, etc. Correct, guys? So as PAP MPs, we share the thinking behind each policy so that you understand, and if there are aspects of the policy that affect you, we will bring it back to the ministries for them to consider adjusting the policies wherever possible. That is what PAP MPs do. We don't just talk, we act. Now, why do we do that? Because the PAP believes in partnership and building Singapore with you. Indeed, as I repeat myself, we are more than just being the voices of people in Parliament. The opposition may want to be the voices of the people in Parliament, but the PAP is your voice. And we are not just your voice. We are also your hands that do the work. These are the hands that do the work. We respond to your concerns, work with you to build strong communities. And in a changed world that you hear so much today, we bring you a fresh tip and a new resolve to build an even stronger nation together. We are your voice and more. So, if we are your voice and more, who do you choose? I ask you again, if we are your voice and more, who do you choose? The answer is clear. Friends, I am not standing for this election, but my colleagues who will speak after me are standing for this election. I know them very well. Minister Indrani, Minister of State Desmond Tan, Mr. Cheryl Taha, and Ms. Verily Lee. They have what it takes to be your voice and more. Vote for them for a better Pasir Ris-Changi and for a better Singapore. One more time I say, vote for this team for a better Pasir Ris-Changi and for a better Singapore. To my Changi residents, the 14 years with you will remain with me for the rest of my life. The moments we share will be with us, the friendship will remain forever. The blood, the sweat, the tears will not go away. But I assure you, I hand you over to better pairs of hands here. Vote for this team. Vote for PAP. Majulah PAP. Majulah Singapura. Thank you.
Salam sejahtera. Vanakkam. Datia Wansha Hao. I'm Valerie Lee. Minister, you forgot to introduce me. All right. I'm Valerie Lee, and so, dear residents of Pasir Ris-Changi, and to all my fellow Singaporeans, and my family and friends in the crowd, good evening. Today, I don't just come before you as a political candidate. I stand here as a daughter, a parent, and a working Singaporean just like you. Over the next few minutes, I want to share why I'm standing here today and what I envision for the future. But before I begin, I want to thank the giants whose shoulders I stand upon, whose guidance and commitment to public service have shaped the values I carry today. Over the past 8 years, I have had the honor of volunteering across Singapore, literally from the west to the east, meeting leaders who serve with heart and humility. But back then, like many in their early 30s, I was skeptical and I was uncertain. But after taking my first step, I was sold. I found like-minded comrades in the PAP team that genuinely believed in unity and in service. I saw from behind the scene how every waking moment was spent trying to make lives better in Singapore. That changed me from doubtful to determined. To any young Singaporean who are just as skeptical as I was, I would say, come, see for yourself, just once. Join a community outreach event. Take that first step, because that's what changed my mind and that's what truly inspired me and brought me here today. Over here at Pasir Ris and Changi, I've learned from leaders like Senior Minister Teo Chee Hian and Minister Maliki, whose careful transition planning will ensure continuity in serving all of you, the residents of Pasir Ris and Changi. They exemplify leadership that isn't just about holding office, it's about passing the torch with responsibility and with care, which is the trademark of the PAP. And that is why they are both here today and not watching this from their screens. And there is only one reason why they are doing this. It's not for me and not for themselves, but for all of you in the crowd, for all residents of Pasir Ris and Changi. Their example inspires me to lead with that same sense of duty and humility, and I step forward with the belief that public service is about listening well, lifting others, and leaving things better than we found them. So, who do I want to advocate for? The sandwich generation, caught in the middle, caring for both aging parents and young children. You hold everything together, often invisibly, juggling family, career, caregiving, and so much more. Trying to be the best child, the best employee, and the best parent, all at the same time. But the truth is, this is not an easy sandwich to bite into. Our family structures have changed. Family sizes have gotten smaller over time, and meeting these demands are increasingly challenging. And this is what I've heard from you as I walked through your neighborhoods, knocked on your door, had chats with you at the coffee shops, at the markets, and the parks. I've spoken to young couples with their newborns, middle-aged Singaporeans caring for a frail father and a child with special needs. I've met seniors living with their grown children, sometimes feeling like a burden when they should feel like a blessing. And what I hear again and again is this: we're trying our best, The government does have good initiatives that have improved over time, but I think we need more support. Or we live in a private property. I have 3 generations with me, but not many support is available to us. And yet you soldier on. You go to work, you come home, you help with the homework, you help with housework, you manage debts, medical appointments, you answer work emails while petting your daughter to sleep, and worry if you are doing enough. And there are many, many stories like this. Now let's be clear. Singapore has built support systems, and it has been enhanced over time through the very feedback you are giving. Take, for example, baby bonus cash gift, monthly childcare, the reduction of monthly childcare free caps, home caregiving grants, silver support scheme, tax relief for working moms, proximity housing grants. All this crafted in hope of reducing the burden of parents and caregivers alike. But we can do better, and we must go further, because the situation is evolving. We need more flexibility at work, and not just policies, but culture, where it's okay to say, I need to bring my child to the doctor and not feel guilty about it. More affordable and accessible elder care and childcare near our homes and in our communities, more mental health support, no shame, just support. And support for the quiet middle who may not qualify for assistance but are still struggling because of a temporary bad card held in life. But this is just what I think. The needs are constantly evolving, and what's most important is what you think, Pasir Ris and Changi voters, and not just during the GE. I hope to have these frank conversations with you if elected to serve you. Because I truly believe when we support the sandwich generation, we're not just helping the middle, we are uplifting the entire family. We'll help children to thrive, we help seniors age with dignity, and we'll help working adults breathe easier, live better, and give more. Helping the often overlooked sandwich class is not a selfish move. It's strategic. It's how we build a Singapore that sustains itself across generations. Let's build a future where caregiving is respected and not hidden, where parenting and elder care is not a lonely road, but a shared journey, where being sandwiched doesn't mean being squeezed, it means being supported. Lastly, I would like to speak about the unique ecosystem that we have here that Dr. Maliki also briefly covered just now, especially after Pasir Ris and Changi has come together. As a person who loves nature and spent much of my youth hiking, camping, and exploring hidden frontiers, I believe at Pasir Ris-Changi we are surrounded by something truly magical, truly special. Nature is right at our doorstep. We have rivers and mangroves, quiet beaches and offshore islands like Ubin, places where families can reconnect, children can explore, and seniors can find peace and joy. But this is more than just scenery, it's opportunity. Building upon what we already have both in Pasir Ris and Changi, we have the potential to lead in sustainability and eco-initiatives, to teach our children the value of protecting what we have, and to create green jobs and community projects that include all generations. This is uniquely ours, and this is uniquely Pasir Ris and Changi. So let's use it, not just to preserve the environment, but on top of all the support that we can provide to leverage on nature to fortify what matters most, our families. Because the strength of a nation begins with the strength of its families. Now please allow me to address our residents in Chinese. 亲爱的白沙张仪居民们，感谢大家到场支持人民行动党。 支持我们，会选择踏上从政这条路，我得感谢很多人和表达我最深切的感激。过去的8年里，通过基层服务，我有幸向李之生部长、市长刘艳玲、议员郑德元先生和胡美霞女士 等优秀的领袖学习，来到了白沙张仪，也亲自目睹了国务资政张志贤和部长 Dr. Baliki 对公共服务无私奉献的精神，这深深地感染了我。他们真诚为民，始终把国家利益为先。我将铭记你们的教诲，以同样的责任感与谦逊，带着为民服务的精神前行，勇敢担当。今天我的身份不仅是白沙张仪的候选人，我也是一位女儿和正在为家庭努力拼搏的母亲。作为社会的夹心层，夹在年迈父母和年幼孩子之间，肩负着照顾父母与抚养孩子的双重责任。当然，这样的生活挑战不仅是我的故事。走访社区时，我听到了许多新加坡中年人的困境，他们在沉重的生活压力下挣扎，努力在家庭与工作取得平衡。之前政府所推出的各种福利和津贴，或就是希望能够帮助减轻夹心层的经济负担。但我知道，我们需要做的更多。只有有效地帮助到夹心族群，我们才能提升整个家庭的生活质量。一个国家的强大，源自于每一个家庭的坚韧与团结。你手中那一票，能决定下一代的命运走向。Together, we can forge a brighter tomorrow for Pasir Ris-Changi. Let's vote for a future that holds every generation with dignity, with strength, and with heart. Majulah Singapura! Majulah PAP! Majulah Pasir Ris-Changi!
Good afternoon. Good evening, residents of Pasir Ris-Changi. 大家好. Wanakkam dan salam sejahtera semua. Thank you all for being here tonight. Serving as your member of parliament these past 5 years has been an incredible honor. From the uncertainty of COVID-19 to your worries about jobs, about retirement, about our children's future, to today's cost of living pressures in a fast-changing world, the journey has not been easy. But we have walked this path together, listening, learning, growing stronger as one community. Your stories, the stories that you've shared at the markets, coffee shop, MPS sessions, block visits, have shaped my work in Parliament and in our community. And recently, visiting residents in Changi too, I felt the same warmth, a bond that connects us in Pasir Ris, Changi, and in Ubin. It feels less like two towns coming together and more like a family reunion. So to our residents from Pasir Ris, Punggol, thank you for trusting me for these past 5 years. And to our residents from Pasir Ris-Changi, thank you for giving me the opportunity to stand here tonight to continue our journey towards a brighter future. Through your stories, I've brought your voices to Parliament. I've raised your concerns on cost of living pressures. I've championed stronger support for caregivers, the quiet heroes of our community. I fought for better protection for gig workers and lower wage workers, for fairer healthcare and housing. I supported inclusive hiring practices through the Workplace Fairness Bill. I advocated flexible work arrangements so seniors, mothers, and persons with disability can contribute meaningfully and with dignity. I spoke up for parents of special needs kids and pushed for digital inclusion and fairer access to DSA for all students. And beyond these immediate issues, I also stood firm on our long-term future. I spoke up for preparing our economy for global challenges like BEPS 2.0 and rising tariffs. I supported the refundable investment credit to keep Singapore attractive to investors. I pushed for continuous upskilling and reskilling so that our workforce can stay competitive globally. And I support humanitarian efforts, including in Gaza, while investing in Singapore's energy security in hydrogen and nuclear energy. Because, like you, I believe in building a Singapore that is not just for today, but for tomorrow, for our children and our grandchildren too. Like you, I dream of a bold future, a Singapore where peace and stability remains our foundation, a Singapore united across every challenge, regardless of race, regardless of language, regardless of religion. A Singapore that is vibrant for all our families and for economic opportunities. A Singapore where we all lift each other, not pull down each other. Where no one is left behind. A Singapore where hope shines brightly and everyone has a chance to succeed. In preparation for my speech, I've been listening to many rally speeches, saying they will raise your concerns in Parliament. But friends here, I believe that building the future we want takes more than just raising concerns. It takes hard work. It takes rolling up our sleeves together. It's about the action. It's about the heart. It's about us moving together, hand in hand. For those who have walked this journey with me, you know this is how we do it. We listen, we act, we build together. So tonight, let me just share the areas where we've made a difference and where together we will continue to move forward. Firstly, in how we overcome challenges and continue to build a caring community. Secondly, creating a vibrant Pasir Ris-Changi where youth can thrive. Thirdly, building an inclusive, sustainable, and connected town. 5 years ago, when I first came into politics, at the height of COVID-19, I met an elderly makcik while giving out care packs. I'm sure all of you has given out care packs, where in one care pack you'll have rice, you'll have dry bihun, and you'll have all the different things inside, including rose syrup. I handed the care pack to her, to which she smiled kindly and said, "Anak, bukan saya nak sombong, tetapi saya tak boleh menerima habuan ini." Which means, I'm sorry, it's not that I want to be arrogant, but I can't receive this from you. And then I was puzzled, to which she then opened her doors, showing me a flat with 7 bags of rice stacked up and 7 bottles of rose syrup, and she said that she can't receive this because both she and her husband has diabetes. That moment sparked the creation of our Pasir Ris East Care Store to provide the right support for residents in need. We built a tech platform where families could choose what they needed through an app, and volunteers then deliver it to their homes with dignity. Today, I'm proud to say that more than 300 lower-income families are supported every month with not just food, but care, dignity, and hope. A program by neighbors for neighbors, supported by religious organizations, schools, and the community stakeholders, community partners. This spirit of compassion also led to our community Makan program to help out with the rising cost of living, where we have many seniors staying alone with us, where we provide hot meals to them. Many of them, seniors staying alone. And I met Madam Lim, a 68-year-old woman caring for her bedridden husband and a bedridden mother. Despite her own health struggles, she was caring for two bedridden individuals. When I told her, "Do you need help?" she said that this is my responsibility. Because of stories like hers in Pasir Ris and in Changi, I fought for stronger caregiver support. Today, the home caregiver grant has tripled from $200 from 2022 to $400 in 2024, and now pushing upwards towards up to $600, helping caregivers like Mrs. Lim. These are the real stories behind the policies that we fight for, because we fight for the people, not for the headlines. On cost of living pressures, while we have our national measures, here in Pasir Ris, we made a difference. Our community volunteers help our market stallholders go digital. Without them going digital, there's no place for us to spend our CDC vouchers at our local markets. And thanks to them, you can now use your CDC vouchers even with our fishmongers at Pasir Ris Market. And even when the road ahead is uncertain, and there's a debate whether it will be worse or we'll wait and see, one thing is clear. Together, we are resilient. Together, we will build a compassionate community where no one gets left behind. Beyond helping those in need, we also bring hope, joy, unity to our town. We brought Chingay and National Day to the heartlands, championed sustainability through Green Wave, and held many sports events like cycling together in our Ramadan ride. But beyond these events, what matters most, dear residents, is the spirit of caring, the spirit of friendship, the spirit of unity. And more importantly, we've also built programs to uplift our youth, such as mental health support to help them cope with challenges, mentoring at-risk youth, which I'm proud to say that today the mentees have all passed their examinations. Programs like Learning Journey to help students understand opportunities in growth industries, and hashtag programs to give them skills in 3D printing, AI, and cybersecurity. Together, we are building a community where every young person feels supported, feels empowered, and proud to call Pasir Ris-Changi home. Dear residents, allow me to say a few words in Malay. Salam sejahtera. Sudah 5 tahun saya berkhidmat sebagai anggota parlimen di Pasir Ris, Punggol. Dan saya amat bersyukur atas kepercayaan anda kepada saya. Sepanjang tempoh ini, kisah-kisah anda telah membentuk arah kerja saya di parlimen. Saya telah mengutarakan kebimbangan tentang tekanan kos sara hidup, memperjuangkan peningkatan grant penjagaan di rumah, dan menyuarakan keperluan perlindungan yang lebih baik untuk pekerja gig dan pekerja yang berpendapatan rendah. Terutama dari segi penjagaan kesihatan apabila mereka cedera di tempat kerja. Saya telah bertemu ramai keluarga yang terjejas apabila pencari nafkah tunggal tidak dapat bekerja kerana kecederaan dan tiada insurans atau simpanan medisave. Saya juga menyokong tempat kerja yang adil dan inklusif melalui rang undang-undang keadilan di tempat kerja, serta menggalakkan kerja fleksibel agar ibu yang ingin kembali bekerja, pemberi jagaan di rumah, warga emas dan individu kurang upaya turut diberi peluang bekerja. Bagi saya, tugas seorang anggota parlimen tidak berhenti di parlimen sahaja. Saya bangga kerana kita dapat bekerjasama untuk membina dan menguatkan masyarakat kita. Selain care store yang membantu lebih 300 keluarga setiap bulan, M Kuasa 3, Pasir Ris Punggol, turut menyokong golongan belia melalui kelas matematika, program mentor untuk remaja berisiko tinggi, learning journey untuk mengenal pasti peluang dalam industri yang sedang berkembang, serta program hashtag yang membekalkan kemahiran digital seperti AI dan keselamatan siber untuk masa depan belia kita yang lebih cerah. Saya berasa sangat terharu melihat semangat masyarakat kita. Dari projek Tamar dan dana bantuan Gaza yang berjaya mengumpul lebih daripada $2 juta bersama M Kuasa 3 tahun lain. Hinggalah kepada penubuhan karya di Blok 101 di Pasir Ris. Saya amat bangga dengan apa yang kita telah bercapai bersama. Dengan sokongan anda, saya ingin terus berkhidmat untuk membina masyarakat yang lebih kukuh bersama anda semua. With a caring and vibrant spirit, we now look towards the future, building an inclusive, sustainable, and well-connected town. Over the past 5 years, through your ideas and support, we've made our town better. We've improved accessibility with new linkways, drop-off points, and barrier-free access. By the end of this year, as Minister Maliki has mentioned, what has happened over the past 5 years was Minister Maliki was championing for the lift over on Loyang Villa, while I was championing the lift from the Pasir Ris side, and now we finally have the lift over Loyang Avenue. Thank you, Mr. Maliki. This will undoubtedly help many of our seniors to travel with ease. Upgraded parks like Nautical Park at Block 214, a place for families to bond, are now bursting with joy every day. And upcoming upgrades at Atlantis Park, Seashell Park, and Pasir Ris Park will make our town even greener and more family-friendly. On sustainability, we installed EV chargers, solar panels, and started our urban farms across our estate. And on connectivity, we widened our Pasir Ris Drive 4, and we're building 4 new MRT stations under the Cross Island Line with over $2 billion invested. The new CRL line will connect us seamlessly to Changi Aviation Hub and Punggol, and even Jurong in the future, bringing jobs and opportunities closer to our home in Pasir Ris-Changi. While there are short-term inconveniences, when we stay together, we can minimize this while reaping the benefits of a stronger, better connected town for all. Dear residents, over the years, we have worked hand in hand to make Singapore and our town a better place. You shaped the conversations that I've brought to Parliament. You shaped the programs we created in our town. You are the heart of the community that we love. Pasir Ris-Changi is more than just a home. It is where we grow. It is where we care. It is where we build a future full of hope resilience, and unity. So for this election, we seek your support. Vote PAP. Not just for the progress that we've had, but for the future that we will create together. Let's continue to build a Singapore that is strong, a Singapore that is caring, a Singapore that is full of opportunities. Let's forge a brighter tomorrow, hand in hand, heart to heart. Vote PAP, majulah PAP, majulah Singapura. Thank you. SMS Desmond Tan, please.
Salam sejahtera penduduk-penduduk Pasir Ris-Changi. Assalamualaikum. 大家晚上好。Good evening, fellow Singaporeans, residents of Pasir Ris-Changi. Thank you very much for taking time to join us in our election rally. This is my first political rally speech. And I couldn't be more proud to be giving it right here in Pasir Ris, where I served 5 years as a Member of Parliament. Five years ago, I came to Pasir Ris, Punggol, to serve and hoping to do my very best to make a difference. Along the way, something happened. This place that I've been coming to almost every single day has become a very big part of my life. Pasir Ris has become my home, and you, all of you here, has become part of my family. Thank you very much. If you continue like that, I can't finish my speech already. Thank you very much. So when I sat down to prepare this speech, I was thinking to myself, I'm not going to talk about politics. I'm not going to talk too much about policies. I sat down and said, what do I want to tell my family? And therefore I decided I'm going to share 3 beliefs that are very close to my heart through real life stories and my own personal journey in life and in Pasir Ris, Punggol. First story and first belief, I firmly believe in people. I've always believed that every person has some value, even when other people don't see it. When I was elected, during one of my early Meet the People sessions, I met a young man who was struggling. He lost his job, he was doing part-time, he was trying to make things better after serving his time. And I could tell that life hasn't been treating him very well. I wrote an appeal for him, of course, for some housing support, but more importantly, I helped him to find a stable job, which I thought was very important to help him set his path right for his life. And boy, did he take his chance. He took up the job, he did well, he got promoted, he bounced back, he found love. He found love, found new love. And he came back not just to thank me, he came back, he said, I want to volunteer with you, Mr. Desmond Tan. And he did just that. Today, he's one of my most trusted members of my MPS team and a proud activist for PAP. What's the lesson here? What's the lesson here? Leadership isn't just about speeches and making policies. These are important. Fundamentally, it's about people. It's about walking with them. It's about making sure that nobody gets left behind. It's also about not giving up on anyone, not writing them off too easily. And I want to assure you, residents of Pasir Ris-Changi, I will not give up on Pasir Ris-Changi. If there's a problem, we will fix it together. If there is a need, I will be here to support you. I may not solve every single issue, I may not be able to help every single individual, but rest assured, I will not stop trying for all the residents of Pasir Ris-Changi. Second, I believe in working with people, not above them. I met Albert 4 years ago during a house visit. He had a lot of complaints. We were standing at the doorstep and he was going on and on about how unhappy he was about the estate, about Singapore, about life. But he also had some good ideas. So I thought to myself, this guy clearly cares a lot, and maybe I should ask him to help out. So I did, and he said yes. Fast forward today, Albert is now a key member of my team. He delivers bread every Saturday to residents who need them. He helps his neighbors write appeal letters. He organized festive events to bring people together. And he didn't just point out those problems. He actually became part of the solution. Today, Albert is also a proud activist for PAP. And when I told him that I was going to talk about his story, he said, please go ahead. And maybe you want to highlight that before I joined the PAP, or before he met me, he was actually a die-hard opposition supporter. So I thank Albert for joining us and for supporting our residents. I share this story to show you how I work. I listen to residents because you live here. You know best. We don't make decisions behind closed doors. We come together, we discuss, we plan, then we act as a body. Over 5 years, I brought in many, many volunteers like Albert. Neighbors helping neighbors, residents building communities. There's a saying that I love, that real change is never built by one. It is built through partnership, through trust, and through the collective will of the people. When I came to Pasir Ris, many people told me that Senior Minister Teo and many of the giants seated here has done much to build Pasir Ris. Yes, he did. That's very true. But you know what else is also true? He didn't do it alone. He did it with you, with the trust, the support, and the collective will of the residents of Pasir Ris. Now I stand on the shoulders of these giants, and with your support, me and our team will take Pasir Ris-Changi even further. Third, I believe in action, not just words. The first two beliefs I mentioned is about people, but the last point here is about action. Because let's be clear, we are the People's Action Party. We are the party that shows up. We are the party that listens to everything you have to say. We are the party that cares. We are the party that gets things done in Singapore.
Here in Pasir Ris, over the last 5 years, my team and I have worked hard to make things better, to make real improvement for our people. You have seen the development in Pasir Ris. There are major construction going on, the Cross Island Line, the Pasir Ris Mall, Polyclinic, the bus interchange that just opened yesterday. These are important projects, and our team work hard to make sure that they happen in time and they happen with a minimum disruption and inconvenience to all our residents. We strengthen social support for our residents who need help. We had a fortnight food distribution, a bread run every week. We have free tuition, free haircut, free health check for people who need them. We build a tighter, a more caring community for our people. But to be honest with you, there is still one thing I feel that I can do better. And that's in the area of ensuring or strengthening job security. In 2020, we moved Project Success to Pasir Ris Elias CC. We helped place 400 residents in job placements every year. We set up Career Connection to ensure that our PMETs, our mid-career PMETs, can pivot into a new job, get upskilled and well-connected. Because I knew, and I see them, I met many of these mid-career PMETs. They were struggling. They told me that ageism is real. They had rejection after rejection in their job application. I've spoken to many of them. I feel their pain. And even our young graduates, they find it difficult at times in this very tough economy. And that's why a month ago, we launched a career marketplace to help our people and to support them. But I'm not going to stop here. With the ongoing trade war, we can expect there will be shifts in the global economic model, in supply chain, and in the labor market. With my work in NTUC and with the support of my brothers and sisters from NTUC who are here tonight, we will do more for our workers in Singapore and for the residents of Pasir Ris-Changi. We will push more to strengthen skills future, to improve support systems and create better pathways to group jobs. A good and stable job is not just important for the paycheck. The money is important. It's about dignity, it's about security, and it's probably the best defense for the rising cost of living and inflation and crisis. And I will fight every day in Parliament, in NTUC, and in Pasir Ris-Changi in community to make sure that we strengthen job security for all people. So Pasir Ris-Changi residents and my fellow Singaporeans, are you ready to work with us? Are you ready to walk with us in this journey? So I ask for your support. I ask that you vote for PAP for our team, and together we can forge a better and brighter tomorrow. Thank you.大家晚上好，大家好，大家好，大家好。今天能够站在这里，我感到无比荣幸，同时也深深地了解到责任重大。在武装部队服务了28年，让我深切地了解到，打仗不只是要胜利，更重要的是要维护、要守护每一个人的家，还有每一寸的土地。面对每一次的训练，我们都带着一颗坚定的心上场，要为我们的国家、为我们的家人奋斗。这次选举也是一样，我依然带着同样的决心，我和团队们会全力以赴，为了白沙张仪的居民们和我们的家园，为了我们的未来共同奋斗。 5年前你们投的一票，5年前你们给我们的一票，让我们能够为您服务，让白沙樟宜社区市政能够大幅度的提升。全新的冷气巴士转换站、白沙购物中心、白沙综合诊疗所，这些措施、这些发展，都是因为由您的信任委托，才能够顺利的进行。在做家访时，有很多年长者都会很亲切的跟我打招呼，他们会用潮州话问我“你吃饱没”，或是用广东话“哇，你好年轻哦”。我每次都跟他们说，其实我的儿子都要结婚了，不是很年轻了。有时候甚至会请我到他们家共用一餐，这都让我感受到不尽的窝心。现在我在邻里中心走的时候，都会遇到非常多熟悉的面孔，也常常和大家一起经历人生的时刻，不管是白事、喜事、生日或是毕业典礼，我深深地感受到大家的喜怒哀乐。白沙的美不仅是美丽的海岸线，更是浓浓的人情味。也正是这样的情怀，让我对白沙产生浓厚的归属感，也细心的要照顾我们的年长者。正因如此，这5年来，我们不断的推出了不少的鼓励我们年长者能够活跃的计划，其中包括了让我们去走走，或是让我们活跃起来。我们也提供了定期的免费身体检查和理发服务。每2周我们会免费的增发食物和数码乐龄计划。接下来，我计划会继续主办更多的节目和活动，确保我们的年长者能够精彩的、活跃的共度他们的晚年生活。当前，全球经历动荡与不稳定的经济和地缘政治局势，在这个充满挑战的时刻，我们新加坡的稳定性是我们最大的优点。在职总的工作，我深知工友们为国家、为他们的家人付出重大的贡献。我将继续为你们争取更好的权益和福利，确保每一个工人的声音都被听见，权益也得到保障。让我们接下来的5年、10年，都可以为自己、为我们的家园、为子孙后代创造更美好的明天。谢谢大家的出席，我是陈国民，我希望一生能够为国为民。谢谢大家，晚安。Please, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please allow me to introduce the leader of the PAP Pasir Ris-Changi team, Minister Indranee Raja.
Good evening, everybody. Now, where are the voters from Pasir Ris? And where are the voters from Changi? Yes. And our brothers and sisters from SISU and NTUC, where are you? Good evening, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for making time to hear us. Senior Minister Teo said that I could sing in Cantonese. I can probably sing in Cantonese better than I can make a speech in Cantonese, so I will refrain from making a Cantonese speech tonight. But let me first say a few words in Malay, and then I will continue in English. Para penduduk Pasir Ris-Changi yang saya hormati, salam sejahtera. Dalam beberapa hari yang lalu, saya telah banyak belajar tentang Pasir Ris-Changi GRC dan para penduduk di sini. Walaupun saya baru sahaja berada di sini selama 6 hari, saya telah disambut dengan penuh mesra dan hati yang terbuka. Ramai di antara bertanya, apa yang akan kami lakukan untuk para penduduk di sini sekiranya kami dipilih sebagai ahli parlimen anda? Ini adalah satu soalan yang adil dan wajar ditanyakan. Di peringkat nasional, PAP mempunyai banyak rancangan baik yang ingin kami laksanakan untuk manfaat rakyat Singapura. Rancangan-rancangan ini telah digariskan dalam manifesto PAP dan saya menggalakkan anda semua untuk membacanya. Dalam ucapan saya malam ini, saya ingin memberi tumpuan kepada 2 topik dalam manifesto kami, iaitu peluang dan laluan untuk semua. Dalam 5 tahun kebelakangan ini, kami telah memperluaskan laluan untuk anak-anak kita mencapai aspirasi mereka. Kami telah menggantikan sistem pengaliran pelajar dengan penjuluran berasaskan subjek. Pelajar yang mempunyai keupayaan bahasa yang kukuh kini boleh mengambil bahasa ibunda tinggi di sekolah menengah tanpa mengira markah PSLE. Untuk pendidikan selepas menengah pula, kami telah memperluaskan program asas politeknik, menambah bilangan tempat di universiti, meningkatkan bimbingan kerjaya untuk membantu pelajar memilih laluan yang paling sesuai untuk mereka. Kami juga melabur lebih banyak dalam pelajar ITE untuk mempertingkatkan kemajuan mereka. Kami mengenalkan program Higher NITEC selama 3 tahun. Kini terdapat lebih banyak program diploma, kerja belajar dan program teknikal. Mereka akan menerima tambahan $5,000 ke dalam akaun pendidik lepasan menengah mereka. Mereka juga akan menerima tambahan $10,000 ke dalam CPF mereka selepas tamat diploma untuk membantu mereka membeli rumah pertama. Kami akan terus baharui dan membentuk sistem pendidikan supaya semua anak-anak kita dapat maju dan berjaya. Kami akan memperluaskan definisi kejayaan dan menyesuaikan pendidikan mengikut keupayaan dan minat yang berbeza. Kami akan menyediakan lebih banyak sumber untuk kanak-kanak berkeperluan khas. Kami akan membina 4 buah sekolah pendidikan khas baru menjelang pada tahun 2030. Menubuhkan lebih banyak pusat intervensi awal untuk kanak-kanak dengan keperluan perkembangan. Melanjutkan sokongan kepada kanak-kanak prasekolah berkeperluan khas. Di peringkat tempatan, Syaril telah kongsikan usaha kami di MQ Pasir Ris untuk membantu anak-anak kita seperti kelas matematik untuk kanak-kanak prasekolah, program bimbingan untuk belia berisiko, program lawatan pembelajaran untuk memberi inspirasi kerjaya dan program hashtag untuk mengenalkan kemahiran digital. Namun, pembelajaran tidak berhenti di sekolah saja. Kita mahu membantu orang dewasa untuk terus belajar supaya anda boleh mengambil peluang baru yang muncul. Bagi rakyat Singapura berumur 40 tahun ke atas, kami telah memperkenalkan program Skills Future Level Up dengan kredit Skills Future, allowance latihan dan yang paling menarik, anda boleh mengambil diploma kedua yang dibayar oleh pemerintah. Tahun lalu, kami memperkenalkan Akta Keadilan Tempat Kerja untuk melindungi pekerja Singapura daripada diskriminasi di tempat kerja. Kami juga memperkenalkan skim pencari kerja Skills Future untuk menyokong mereka yang diberhentikan kerja supaya mereka boleh menjalani latihan semula dan mendapatkan pekerjaan baharu. Kami juga akan memperkukuhkan program di peringkat tempatan untuk memberi sokongan terbaik kepada para penduduk kita dalam membina kemahiran. Ini hanyalah sebahagian kecil daripada banyak rancangan baik yang kami sediakan untuk anda. Namun, untuk melaksanakan semua rancangan ini, kami memerlukan sokongan dan undi anda. Malam ini, saya memohon kepada semua, undilah PAP. Undilah PAP supaya kita dapat menjadi lebih kuat bersama-sama. Terima kasih. Residents of Pasir Ris-Changi, as you know, I'm new here. I transferred over from another constituency. But the most often heard phrase that I have encountered in the last few days campaigning here is this. Almost every single resident here has said to me without fail, "Welcome to Pasir Ris." And on the Changi side, they said, "Welcome to Changi too." So, in the last few days, I've learned something about all of you. I have learned that the residents here are warm, you are friendly, and you're kind of chill. Yeah, there's something about this chill vibe about Pasir Ris-Changi. Yeah? Okay. We're going to make sure we're the chillest place in Singapore. But most of all, I also learned that you are all proud of your area. So yesterday, I met a young man, Haiti, and this was at the new integrated transport hub. And I was asking him, do you live here? Do you work here? And he said, "I live here, I work here, I love it here." And that sounds to me like the beginnings of a really good slogan for Pasir Ris-Changi. Live here, work here, love it here. And if elected, that is how I and the PAP team intend to move ahead. We will listen to you. We will hear from you. And when we have your feedback and your ideas, we will build on it. That's what we, the PAP team, will do here. And we will build on what SMTO and Minister Maliki have done. SMTO has been MP to Pasir Ris since 1997. Before him, we have the previous MPs, Mr. Charles Chong, Mr. Ahmad Magat, and also Mrs. Zainal Sapari in this area. And each of them have built on those who have come before them. For SMTO, this constituency, he started out here in 97. It was originally Pasir Ris GRC. And then it became bigger, and it became Pasir Ris-Punggol GRC. And many residents have told me they are sad to see him retire. He was MP here when Pasir Ris was new, and you have grown and journeyed with him. Your children have grown up with him. Your grandchildren have seen him and grown up with him too. So some have asked me, can you fill his shoes? Well, have you seen how tall and how big SMTO is? The answer is no. No, I can't. But what I can do and what I will do is I will serve with the same dedication and the same passion that he has for all of you. And I and our team promise that we will build on all he has done. And so long as we are here, SMTO will always be welcome back to see his family here in Pasir Ris-Changi. Actually, in a way, SM also was the one who started me on my journey into politics, because my very first tea session with him, well, my very first tea session, a PPT session, was by him. He hosted it, and I was late. And I was like, oh dear, you know, it's so terrible, right? I can't come late for this tea session. But he was very kind. He was very generous, very calm, told me, don't worry, settle down. And I left that meeting thinking, wow, sure, you know, very bad impression created. But for some reason, he thought I had some potential. So he sent me up along the chain, and I really didn't think that fateful day when I had tea with him, that one day I would be taking over as the lead anchor for his constituency. But when I was asked, I promised SMTO that I will look after you and make sure that his residents are taken care of. So of that, you can be sure. SMTO and I also go back in a different way. He was the Minister for Defense. And at one point, I was also the GPC chairman, the Government Parliamentary Chairperson for Defense. But of course, and the first woman, right, who was GPC for Defense. And then people are like, well, what do you know about NS? So I was like, okay, fair enough. I haven't done NS, but since I'm GPC chair, I feel I need to find out more. So I went to SAF and I said, can you allow me to do the SOC? And they thought, maybe let's ask SMTO, at that time Minister for Defense. And he was horrified. He's like, not going to let me anywhere near the standard optical course, okay? But he said, if you really want, you can do the IPPT. So I said, okay, fine, I will do the IPPT. And I did it together with Jessica. And yeah, we both passed. Actually, Jessica aced it. I passed it. But never mind, we both got over that hurdle. But what came out of it, right? What came out of it was this. As a result, SM then put me on ACCORD, which is the Advisory Council on Community Relations in Defense. And because at that time, this was back in the 2000s, I don't know how many of you remember, but for those of you who are in reservists, or operationally ready NS men, as the term is, you would have known that at that time, there were centers for you to train. But it was quite difficult for those who are working to go off to train for your IPPT in those centers. And when I was training for IPPT, I had exactly the same problem, because I couldn't find a place to do my chin-ups. And for the women, it's different, right? Because the women, you do your chin-ups at a 45-degree angle and at a slant, not the other bars. And I was having great difficulty finding a place to train. And when I was in ACCORD, I said to the committee, you know, if you want our NS guys or our our reservists to be able to train, the facilities have to come closer to them. And out of that was born that idea, which you see today in many places, of having your IPPT training track and other equipment near to you. So the pinnacle, you go to the pinnacle on the at Duxton, at the 26th story, there is a running track there, and it's specially calibrated for those who want to train for the IPPT. So I tell you this only because SMTO was willing to give or to work with female who had, for the first time, chairing GPC, willing to take on board ideas which benefited, hopefully, other NS men. Not my idea alone. MINDEF had a lot to do with it, being willing to take it on board, and I give credit to all the other people who worked on this. But this is what the PAP does. It's willing to work with people, to be open, to hear your ideas, and then to implement it so that there is something better for everyone. I want to thank 2M Maliki as well, because he's done a great job with Changi, and I want to welcome the residents of Changi Division into the GRC. Changi is a wonderful addition, as we have seen. It brings character and heritage to this electoral division, and we look forward to connecting Pasir Ris and Changi so that we have a great GRC. And residents have asked, what are our plans for the division? Well, we will carry on the development plans which have already started under SMTO's leadership. We will connect the divisions in the GRC to each other and the entire GRC to other areas. So by rail, as you know, we're going to have 4 new stations on the Cross Island Line at Loyang, Pasir Ris East, Pasir Ris, and Elias. And then the whole GRC will be linked to Changi Airport, to Punggol, and to Jurong. And then we'll also be linked by road. The Loyang Viaduct is being constructed. Not yesterday, but the other day as we were campaigning, we saw the information office, the LTA information office. So we popped in to find out a little more, and they told us that the viaduct will be completed in 2028. And when completed, it will be one of the longest and the most ambitious viaducts that we have built, and it will connect us to Tampines and beyond. Currently, we know that there are some disamenities because of the construction, but when everything is completed, Pasir Ris-Changi is going to be one of the most connected places because you're going to be connected to the east, the west, and you're going to be connected down to Tampines, and basically it will be a lot more convenient for all the residents here. We will also revitalize the town. Over the next 5 years, we will have a revitalized town with updated facilities. Every neighborhood in Pasir Ris is being renewed. But we will also address the last mile gaps, linkways, barrier-free access, all these small but very important things. We also want to make Pasir Ris-Changi a place for active and healthy aging. In Tanjung Pagar, the residents were older. Many were pioneer generation. I've come here to Pasir Ris-Changi, and I see you have more of the Merdeka generation. But the advantage of having come from some place which has a lot of older residents is that I can see ahead some of the things that you will need in 5 years and 10 years' time. And I would like, if elected, to start working with the agencies to prepare for this ahead of time so that when the time comes, yourselves, your parents, your grandparents will be able to have a much easier and better time of moving around. Our GRC has beautiful parks and nature. I see residents exercising everywhere. We will leverage these assets to build health in conjunction with national programs. For social matters, on our engagements, residents have told us about their concerns about various issues. We know cost of living is on your minds. Young residents worry about whether they can get internships and jobs when they graduate. The older residents are concerned about jobs and age discrimination. The PAP has plans to address this at a national level, but we will also explore plans at a local level. So we do have exciting plans for Pasir Ris-Changi, but to put these into action, we need your support. We need your vote. And at the broader national level, we need a good leadership team. Today, PM Wong spoke at the Fullerton rally. Please catch the Fullerton rally on TV, on YouTube, if you haven't seen it yet. There is much to do and much is at stake. So a vote for the PAP is not just a vote for PM Wong's team. It is a vote for your team. It is a vote for Team Singapore. So for that reason, I ask all of you, vote PAP. Give us your mandate. Give us the chance to do everything that we can for Pasir Ris-Changi and for Singapore. Vote PAP. Majulah PAP, Majulah Singapura. Majulah PAP, Majulah Singapura. Majulah PAP, Majulah Singapura. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Pasir Ris-Changi, make some noise! Our bond is unbreakable. நம் ஒன்றாக இருந்தால் எதையும் வெல்ல முடியும்.
Bila kita bersama, kita akan berjaya.
团结就是力量. Let's keep Pasir Ris-Changi strong, united, and moving forward with our PAP team.
Once again, you guys have been a wonderful audience. My name is Tish.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Eugene. Thanks for coming.
And we wish you a very good night.
Thank you for coming. Now, for safety reasons, as you leave, please take note, we have gate 1 right behind you and gate 3 to my right and right behind me. Now, just take note that as you make it through gate 3, when it gets crowded, we'll be closing that gate shortly. So we ask that most of the residents, where you can, please leave the venue from gate 1 that's just right behind you there. All right, once again, thank you. Have a pleasant night. And we hope to see you soon again in the community. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
I